I didn't deserve what happened to me. We got to move on, we got to move forward and grow together and educate correct instead of trying to, point fingers and get mad at somebody, because at the end of the day, that doesn't get us anywhere. I'm Ethan Bear from Chopway, Saskatchewan. It's a very secluded reserve. I grew up playing minor hockey there. My dad was the coach. It was basically just go to the rink and go to school every day. My parents owned the store, so right from school I'd go to the store, get some snacks. Right from there I'd go to the rink from pretty much 5 till 11 or 10 whenever they wanted to get rid of us or whenever my mom came to pick me up. That was everyday life for us, and that's kind of what brought our community together. It was something that, I'm very thankful I got to be part of. I think about the sacrifices my parents made all the time. There's a lot of challenges that you face on a reservation in order to play hockey. For practice, my mom and dad literally grabbed a van, like a 15-seater van, and they would literally go knock on every door and grab the kids, and they would be just begging to come. We wouldn't have practice if they didn't do that. They did everything they could for every kid to get the opportunity to play and to learn from sport. I remember a lot of times when you're young and, other kids aren't as educated or as aware of themselves and they say something racist. I remember we faced this one racist comment, and the kid was a good kid. He just didn't know what he was doing, and he was talking about his golf course, and he said, yeah, these dirty Indians were on the course and this, and we're just sitting there. I'm like, oh my God. And the kid was almost in tears because he knew I heard him. At the end of the day, it's like I can't get mad at the kid because what he hears at home is how he's going to react and when he's out and about. So that's what I've learned and what my parents have taught me, and that's the kind of the way I've gone about my business to deal with it, is rather to educate correct instead of trying to point fingers and get mad at somebody, because at the end of the day that doesn't get us anywhere. I made a turnover for the game tying goal, and it just felt like I lost us the whole series. The way people are treating me and trying to make me like the scapegoat, like the reason why we lost. No, I wasn't. It was one play. So for me, when I had all that, and you get to see everything on social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all it is racism. And then you get all these DMs, and for myself, it was really just shocking people would go so low.
It happened so fast that it was, we knew it, we in all our lives we experienced that, but for him to be pushed that far, it was unbelievable. It was it hurt so much.
When the negative racist comments came out, our first thought was, how is Ethan?
I didn't want to go to our team party at the end of the year. I didn't want to do a lot of things. I just kind of wanted to stay by myself. It was terrible.
I reached out to him right away and I sent him a message of support.
We just packed up and we left. We need to be there. So when we got there, it was, he cried, broke down, and so did we. But that was pretty tough.
I know it was directed to him, but the messages were directed at us as Indigenous people.
It was an emotional time, a very eye-opening time.
They wanted to break him down, and they didn't want to see him succeed.
Being on a stage at that level, I could see that loneliness.
When you're a professional athlete and in the spotlight, everyone thinks they could take a swing at you. And honestly, at first I was scared. Scared to step out of your comfort zone and try to correct people and have those hard conversations. And for me, I was just gonna ignore it, just roll with the punches. And then my fiance actually stepped up for me and made a Facebook post for our friends and family to know what I was going through.
I had to use my voice and I had to express how I felt, but to our family. And then once I seen that it was already picked up by everyone, it was sort of like a shock. It was a bigger thing than we thought it would be.
And next thing you know, it's blowing up on Twitter, it's all over here and there. And my first thought was okay, we're gonna have to do something about it. And then we made the statement video, and to this day, that was probably one of the, if not the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I've been subject to racist behavior on social media. I'm here to stand up to this behavior. I had to be vulnerable. I had to honestly put myself out there to try and make change. And I've never grew up thinking I was gonna have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I lived in a safe environment, and you know, it turns out reality hits you hard when you're at your lowest point. And I'm very happy I had my fiance in Asia there to help me go through it and, you know, help me point me in the direction of, you know, what's best for myself and First Nations people and, you know, pretty much the world.
We've raised our voice and we said something for everyone else, not just ourselves. So it felt like bigger than us.
I never thought, like, if I did this, made this video or statement, that I'd get that kind of response from other people. For me, it was very motivating to want to work harder and, you know, to try help make change and to keep speaking up and telling the truth. Sometimes speaking up's the best thing for you.
He's really developed in that, and I'm so proud of him.
He always repeats the words of his grandmother, love one another, be kind. He lives by that.
I didn't deserve what happened to me, and today we got to move on, we got to move forward.
When he comes home here, it's like a hero coming home.
Ethan is a huge role model for the younger generation, and he just wants to do everything he can to make sure that these kids, that their light doesn't go out and they continue to love the game.
I would like to help other kids and help them enjoy the game. You know, let them feel comfortable with whoever they are and knowing that, you know, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's a game. Everyone deserves to play just like any other sport. That's what I try and encourage and motivate kids to, you know, to do what they love.